Now, you may think that because Demon Slayer Mugen Train made a whole lot of money at the box office, that the studio that made it, Ufotable, would be swimming in cash right now. And while yes, they likely did make more from the film than they would have on, let's say, any Fate film, you would be surprised at just how little that actually was. In 2019, a quirky Weekly Shonen Jump anime adaptation was screened on Japanese TV and quickly became a worldwide phenomenon over its 26 episodes, with its 19th, Hinokami, trending worldwide just from one cut of animation. Now, at the end of that series, the next arc was confirmed to be a film, which eventually opened in October 2020 in Japan and went on to nearly make $500 million around the world. Japan was the film's biggest market, making up more than 3/4 of its worldwide total. That is the amount we'll focus on today. Checking international totals, while not impossible, is almost impossible, but today we're going to look at just how much money Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train, made for its anime studio Ufotable, and in the meantime look at how much anime studios make from theatrical outings in general in comparison to the producers. Before we talk about how much Ufotable made from Demon Slayer's Japanese box office, let's go back to the original manga series and see just how much the original creator Koyoharu Gotouge made from the film. I'll give you a little hint, it wasn't very much at all. I go into a lot of detail on the ins and outs on just how much Gotouge made in my expose on Crunchyroll. There's a link down in the description. But it is estimated that they only received 2 million yen, USD on the screen, as an original rights fee for the use of the Mugen Train story as a theatrical film, and could receive, based on the contracts in place that we aren't privy to, around 1.75 of all sales of the DVD and Blu-ray of the film as a secondary use fee. If you've been following along with the sales of the Mugen Train home release in Japan, then you would know that in the first 3 days of sale, Mugen Train sold over 1 million copies on DVD and Blu-ray, of which you can watch my unboxing of the limited edition version up in one of these corners. I'm not sure which one, but one of them, for a total of 1.3 billion yen. This would mean if Gotouge got just 1.75% of all those sales, they would have made around 111 million yen, or just shy of $1 million from the film in just 3 days. Though Gotouge likely wouldn't see any of that sweet box office revenue takings. It's safe to say that Demon Slayer is a money-making machine at this point. Slap an image of Nezuko on something and you won't even see it in stores. It will already be sold out through pre-orders. Living in Japan, I still can't find any brand new copies of the manga series to buy. Only second-hand copies that are in a pretty rough condition for a pretty steep price. It's actually really sad. And the film was no different. Mugen Train stayed in the top 10 for a record-setting 33 consecutive weeks from when it premiered in October 2020 to May 2021, reaching a record 40.32 billion yen at the Japanese box office. For comparison's sake, the second highest grossing movie in Japan of all time is now Spirited Away, which has only made 31.68 billion yen, nearly a whole 10 billion yen less than Mugen Train. It's crazy! It's mental! This would mean that Ufotable would be flush with money, right? Well, yes and no. You see, half of all box office profits in Japan go to the theatres for just showing the actual film. An average adult ticket at a major chain cinema in Japan is around 1800 yen, meaning that the cinema nets 900 yen of that, and the rest go to the distributors to then go further on to the production committee. The distributors get to take around 20% of the film's taking from that 900 yen. Usually films in Japan only have one distributor, be it Toho, Toei, Shochiku, or any number of the smaller companies. Demon Slayer had two, Toho and Aniplex. And finally, the production committee, those who invested in getting the film made, takes the rest of the 900 yen after factoring in production costs. Demon Slayer Mugen Train made 40.32 billion yen at the Japanese box office, the highest in history. This would mean a pretty big payday for everyone involved, right? Yep, money? Pretty good? Well, for the theatres, it kind of was in a way, helping them to weather the storm that was the COVID shutdowns in early 2020 and early 2021, and giving them a hefty 20.16 billion yen in revenue just from Mugen Train, just from the one movie. To put that in perspective, for the first 6 months of 2021, the total Japanese box office across all films was 21.022 billion yen, meaning theatres got half of that. Theatres made around the same amount from Demon Slayer alone. Just Demon Slayer! This figure is spread out across all the theatres that showed the film, and isn't equally divided up between them. That's double what Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 has made in total. And that's the current highest grossing film of 2021 in Japan. After that, Demon Slayer's distributors, Toho and Aniplex, each made around 4.03 billion yen. Though, due to Toho's size and influence in Japan, they may have made more than Aniplex just due to their sheer size in distribution. But all the information is wrapped up in contracts that we aren't privy to, but have a good estimation for. Finally, the production committee for Mugen Train, who got a nice 15.12 billion yen back as profit on the film after production costs have been taken out. That was the money given to Ufotable to make the film. And that reportedly was around 1.01 billion yen. 500 yen for the actual production, 500 yen for the advertising, which Ufotable didn't see, and then another 10 million yen for the original use fee, split between Gotouge and Shueisha. A few other outlets claim that the total production costs were around 700 million yen, but let's go with the highest reported amount just for this exercise. The production committee are the investors on a project, be it an anime series, a film, or even a live action project, stage show, whatever. These are the companies who get the project started and mostly have final say on it. Demon Slayer Mugen Train only had 3 companies on its committee. Aniplex, who headed up the production committee and got the whole project started, Shueisha, who publishes the original story, and finally Ufotable, the production studio. Ufotable? I don't know. To put that in perspective, Shinkai's Weathering with You grossed a total of 14.19 billion yen and had double the production committee compared to Mugen Train and was considered a complete success. So, yeah. Each investor is not made equally on any project though, and Demon Slayer Mugen Train is no different, with Aniplex and Shueisha each putting up a similar amount of cash and resources, both getting around 45% of the share of profits, with Ufotable getting 10% back, plus the production success fee, which is another 10% of the profits made. This means that Aniplex has made an estimated 6.30 billion yen, with Shueisha making the same, and Ufotable making an estimated total of 2.52 billion yen as pure profit on the film. That, of course, is before tax and any outstanding tax repayments that might be late and need to be paid. Aniplex, as the distributor on the film, would have also made back money that way, with Shueisha making money through merchandising and through the actual manga series. I don't think I need to tell you how well that went. And for Ufotable, that 2.52 billion yen in pure profit on the film is more than any of the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel films made in total at the box office. And that 2.52 billion yen doesn't include any money that they would have made on collaborations, merchandising costs, or any other Demon Slayer related products that the studio had a hand in or illustrated or any of those sorts. And $22.8 million US is nothing to sneeze at, especially when animated is still made pretty cheaply. So I'm sure Ufotable will be fired up with just how much money they made. So maybe let's see some of that trickle down to the animators this time for the second season. All the information from this video came from research I did previously for the Crunchyroll article. Again, links down below, which was from some of the most prominent film industry insiders in Japan and economists right here. So I would say the info's pretty legit. Those links are all down as well if you want to take a look for yourself, though they are in Japanese. So what do you think of just how much Ufotable has made? Should it be more? Maybe less? Let me know down in the comments below. And speaking of comments, I would like to comment on just how great my patrons are on Patreon. You always stick by me while I make weird things and have no consistency in videos. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, hitting up that page is the best way to kick my butt into gear. And of course, I have been Doc Dazzy, you've been watching my channel, and until next time guys, mata ne!